The 100 Years' War, a century of conflict, 1337 to 1453. The 100 Years' War was one of the longest and most significant conflicts in European history, lasting from 1337 to 1453. It was fought between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of France, with both sides battling for dominance over the French throne. This war shaped the political landscape of medieval Europe, introduced revolutionary military tactics, and saw the rise of legendary figures like Joan of Arc and Edward the Black Prince. Origins of the conflict. The roots of the 100 Years' War can be traced back to a dynastic dispute. In 1328, the French king Charles IV died without a male heir. His closest male relative was his nephew, Edward III of England, whose mother, Isabella, was the sister of Charles IV. However, the French nobility rejected Edward's claim, arguing that succession could not pass through the female line. Instead, they crowned Philip VI of France, a cousin of Charles IV. This decision led to tensions between England and France. Edward III initially accepted Philip VI's rule, but tensions escalated due to conflicts over feudal territories. England controlled large portions of land in France, such as Gascony and Aquitaine, which Philip VI sought to reclaim. Additionally, England and France were economic rivals, particularly in the wool trade. In 1337, Philip VI confiscated Aquitaine, prompting Edward III to declare himself the rightful king of France, officially beginning the 100 Years' War. Key phases of the war. Phase 1. The Edwardian War, 1337 to 1360. The first phase of the war saw England winning decisive victories due to its superior military tactics. The English army utilized longbowmen, whose powerful bows could pierce armor from long distances, giving them a major advantage over the French knights. The Battle of Sluis, 1340, a naval battle in which England destroyed the French fleet, securing dominance over the English Channel. The Battle of Crécy, 1346, one of the most significant battles where Edward III's forces, using longbowmen, decimated the French cavalry. The Siege of Calais, 1347, England captured the important port city of Calais, which remained under English control for over 2 centuries. The Black Death, 1347 to 1351, a devastating plague that interrupted the war and killed millions across Europe. The Battle of Poitiers, 1356, the English, led by Edward the Black Prince, defeated the French and captured their king, John II of France. This phase ended with the Treaty of Bretigny, 1360, in which England gained large territories in France, and Edward III renounced his claim to the French throne. Phase 2. The Caroline War, 1369 to 1389. After years of peace, war resumed in 1369 when Charles V of France sought to reclaim lost territories. The French developed better military strategies, avoiding direct confrontations with English longbowmen. They instead focused on guerrilla warfare and sieges, gradually reclaiming land. Du Guesclin's campaigns. The French General Bertrand du Guesclin used hit-and-run tactics to weaken the English. Recapture of major cities. France regained much of the land lost in the previous phase. Decline of English leadership. Edward III and his son, the Black Prince, died, leading to instability in England. By 1389, both sides were exhausted, leading to a temporary truce. Phase 3. The Lancastrian War, 1415 to 1453. The war reignited when Henry V of England launched a new campaign to reclaim the throne of France. The Battle of Agincourt, 1415, a stunning English victory, where Henry V's small army defeated a much larger French force using longbowmen. Treaty of Troyes, 1420. This treaty recognized Henry V as the heir to the French throne after Charles VI. However, Henry V died unexpectedly in 1422, leaving his infant son, Henry VI, as king of both England and France. The rise of Joan of Arc and the final French victory. In 1429, a young peasant girl named Joan of Arc inspired the French army to fight back. Claiming to have received divine visions, she led the French forces to victory at the Siege of Orleans. Her leadership revitalized the French cause, leading to Charles VII's coronation as the rightful king of France. However, Joan was captured by the English in 1430, put on trial for heresy, and burned at the stake in 1431. Despite her death, the French continued to regain lost territory. In 1453, the war effectively ended with the Battle of Castillon, marking the final French victory. England lost all its French territories except for Calais. The war left England weakened and led to the Wars of the Roses, a civil war over the English throne. Consequences and legacy. The 100 Years' War had profound effects on both England and France. France emerged as a stronger, centralized monarchy. The war fostered a sense of French nationalism. England suffered economic decline and internal strife, leading to the Wars of the Roses. Warfare marked the decline of knightly cavalry and the rise of professional armies and gunpowder weapons. Joan of Arc became a national heroine of France and was later canonized as a saint. Conclusion. The 100 Years' War was not a single continuous conflict, but a series of wars that reshaped medieval Europe. What started as a dispute over the French throne evolved into a battle for national identity. France emerged victorious, while England turned inward, setting the stage for future power struggles. The war marked the end of the medieval era and the dawn of the Renaissance and modern nation-states.